Greetings, conscious viewers of Project Prison. We have traveled a long way, from deconstructing genetic slavery and the biochemistry of sovereignty to understanding that death is merely a system reboot. You have learned to see the bars where others see comfort. But the system does not stand still. It evolves faster than our capacity for resistance. While you and I still remember the taste of true freedom and the silence without gadgets, the new prisoners entering this world are born in the epicenter of a digital storm. Today, we will discuss the most terrifying experiment of the architects, the new generations, and the challenges that will make prison walls a part of the DNA for the newborns. Look at children today. They learn to scroll the screen before they learn to speak. For them, reality is only what is backlit. The system has made a brilliant move. It removed the temptation stage of the prison. The new generation doesn't need to be driven into digital stalls. They are born there. The theater of shadows. Life today resembles a theater where roles are already assigned. The only question is, who are you in this production? An actor so immersed in the role that you've forgotten your real name? An audience member paying with your energy for emotional bubblegum on the screen? Or the director who sees the backstage and understands that the script can be changed? The nervous system of the new generation is formed under the influence of dopamine micropulses from short videos and an endless stream of likes. This is not just entertainment. It is modern neural reprogramming. A pilot who enters such a body finds themselves in a biosuit where all input-output ports are already occupied by the matrix. They have no point of comparison. They don't know what it means to be offline. So for them, the network is oxygen itself, the atrophy of doubt. The system is breeding the ideal consumer whose organ for critical doubt has atrophied. If information isn't in a search engine, it doesn't exist. If an event wasn't captured on camera, it never happened. Punishment for a child has become a ban on using a gadget for a moment, an hour, or a day, triggering irritation, protests, and even desperate tears in the screen addict. Parents are no longer friends or the closest people. They become direct enemies who have separated the coded tiny brain of an unconscious citizen from its favorite toy. Previous generations were controlled through religion, ideology, and the fear of hunger. New generations are controlled through sensory perception. The architects realized, why build concrete walls when you can create sensory addiction? Virtual reality, augmented reality, metaverses. These are not technological progress. This is the expansion of the prison perimeter directly into the brain. For a newborn, the line between real and simulated is effectively erased. They are ready to work real jobs, to buy virtual clothes for their avatars. This is the highest degree of absurdity that has become the norm. The loosh mortgaged the system now harvest loosh energy, not through suffering in steel mills or building megapolises, but through emotional exhaustion in games and social battles. New prisoners voluntarily give their life resource for pixels that belong to the system. This is a mortgage on the soul, where the interest rate is your own life. While a game used to take an hour or two a month, the new generation now lives inside the game. They have been injected with a natural, extremely cheap, but incredibly strong drug. Withdrawing from this needle is even harder because it is built into the most powerful instinct, self-preservation. A young brain is ready to defend it even against those they love most. The erasure of the main challenge of the new era is the disappearance of the self. The system, through algorithms, creates a collective mind. The new generation fears loneliness more than death. Being offline for an hour causes a panic attack. Why? Because outside the network, they are empty. Modern youth have stopped communicating face-to-face. They forget how to ask someone about something they don't know. They have Google. They don't know how to ask for help. They have YouTube. They've forgotten about shopping in stores. There is a network of delivery services for any product. Dates, marriages, life itself becomes virtual. We have reached a point where people have stopped making decisions independently. The result of propaganda, is that many now require confirmation or approval for their every move. It is one thing to seek support in life-changing moments, but quite another to daily ask AI what to wear or what to have for dinner. The next generation has every chance of becoming helpless in basic domestic tasks, cooking food or caring for a child. The collective hive, the pilot within them, is so crowded with notification noise that they cannot hear their own thoughts. They think in tags, feel in memes, and love through emojis. This is the degradation of consciousness to the level of a hive. Your individuality is the last line of defense, but for new generations, this line was broken in kindergarten through social credit. As Anthony Hopkins said, "My philosophy is this: what people say about me is none of my business. I am who I am and I do what I do. I expect nothing and accept everything. And that makes life simpler." We live in a world where the funeral is more important than the deceased, the wedding more important than love, the appearance more important than the soul. We live in a packaging culture that despises content. The inventory number. It seems like progress, but let's look deeper. Before World War I, people could move freely around the world without visas or passports. Borders were a formality. A person belonged to themselves and the world. But at the beginning of the 20th century, the screws were tightened for good. The introduction of passports, presented as a temporary wartime measure, stayed with us forever. Why? Because a passport is not just an ID. It is an inventory number of a resource. The state needs to know exactly where its taxpayer, its soldier, its worker is. From that moment, you are no longer a free traveler. You are assigned to a territory like a serf once was. Your right to movement turned into a privilege. Linguistic analysis reveals even more interesting things. It is then that the concept of unemployment appears. In a traditional society, it could not exist. There was always a home, land, children. The concept of unemployment arises only when a person is torn from the means of production and forced to sell their time. We were instilled with the fear of being without a job, when in reality, we should fear being without our calling. The debt trap, replacing work a creative act, with employment, a way to occupy your time so you don't think about the unnecessary, was a brilliant move by the manipulators. 1913, the creation of the federal money ceased to be a measure of the value of labor and became a tool of debt enslavement. Previously earned gold kept its value for centuries. Now, money is a state debt note that melts away through inflation. Inflation is a hidden tax, a robbery of your wallet. The system needs people with credits. A person with a mortgage is the ideal slave. The family as an economic unit was destroyed. Husband to the factory, wife to the office, children to daycare. All family members are separated and embedded into different system circuits. They meet only in the evening, too tired to do anything but look into the screen that tells them how to live correctly. The delete key. And now, watch as the architects introduce new rules. We are moving from real cash to digital currency. In the near future, if you become unnecessary to the system or raise your voice, you will be instantly disconnected from service. You will be deleted from the system with a single press of the delete key. If you are outside the system, you are without a bank card, without the right to vote, without basic means of existence. You are nobody. We face a critical question. How do we pass the knowledge of the exit to those who don't even understand the word prison? But there is one thing the system cannot fully imitate: true presence. We must teach the new generation to feel the rust on the steering wheel. Remember episode 19. Become not a teacher, but a virus in their system. Sow the seed of doubt through lived experience, through a longing for something real. If we cannot build a bridge between our memory of freedom and their digital bondage, then Project Prison will become the last archive of humanity. And never forget the 1% of light that is stronger than 99% of darkness. Conclusion. So, pilot, today we looked into the eyes of the future. Your task today is to look at those younger than you. Can you become that glitch in the matrix for them? The one that makes them look away from their smartphone for a second and look at the sky? Share your thoughts in the comments. What do you see in the eyes of today's youth? Have you felt emotional exhaustion after an online game? What methods of digital detox do you use? Your experience is the instruction manual for those born in chains. Like this video if you are ready to fight for the consciousness of the next generations. Stay tuned for the next episode where real people will testify about real events. See you in reality.